Breathe. Breathe. Okay, because we're going to get into episodes 3 and 4. Let's just take some deep breaths. Hold it. Because this is going to have a lot of trigger, warning, a lot of things in this video we're going to talk about. Okay, let's go. Now, if you're new here, I'm Denise Brady. Make sure you like, subscribe. I talk about all things pop culture, mental health, what's in the news, and I give a therapist spin. Okay, so make sure you stick around. Help a sister out. Hit that like button already. So, watching these last couple episodes, I'm a trauma therapist, okay? So my whole arc is from a trauma narrative. I do a lot of EMDR therapy. And so knowing that this person, Drake Bell, was able to get on that stage after years of not saying anything, that takes a whole lot. A lot of courage, a lot of bravery, a lot of just like, I'm gonna be present. I'm gonna tell my truth. And that's gonna hurt some people, and it's hurting me right now to talk about it, okay? All the things that he went through, okay, because of the lack of responsibility, the lack of wherewithal from the network, to have so many predators be present all the time. And as a child, he was groomed, and people took advantage of the fact that he was interested in entertainment, all these different things about this show, about the behind the scenes, editing and things like that. He was really interested in that, and people took advantage. And this happens a lot. And I'm wondering, with this to me being the year of truth telling, the year of reckoning, who else is out there going to share their story? Okay, because this is not a standalone. But for so many years, people have speculated about Drake. He's gone into trouble, and people have focused on that narrative. Him being a troublemaker, unstable, whatever. But the behaviors always have a root. Let me say that again. The behaviors of an individual, there's a root cause. And for him, the root cause was the trauma he went through for years, okay? Not just a one-time incident, over and over again. The manipulation, the tactics to have control over him. Sit with that. Some of you guys have been through some of this stuff. Just sit with that. I think people often victim blame. Well, how come he didn't walk away? How come he didn't tell someone? When a predator has control over you, you are scared. You don't know what to do, who to tell, and all these people are in relationship with one another. And to know that there were multiple predators. And like I said in my last video, this was a predator's paradise. There were so many children that they had access to, but Drake became the one that we know of because there's another victim. And I'm speculating about who that other person is, because I feel like in the first couple episodes, they walked around who that person is. And one day we might know, one day we might not. But to hear him talk about just the manipulation, the just like, you have to be under my control all the time. And when he started to kind of become more of a teenager, have his own life, and have relationships with somebody else, predators don't like that. You're mine, okay? You're supposed to be underneath me all the time. And so when he finally just broke, I can't take this anymore. When the person called, 'cause I'm not gonna name these people because it's not worth giving these people more notoriety, saying their names. I'm going to focus on the people who were victims, because so much of this documentary focused so much on the people around and not so much on what was happening to these victims, the hurt, the pain, the trauma, okay? And so when he finally had the breaking point where the abuser kept reaching out, kept calling, so much so that he could not get in contact with Drake, that he called the mama, he called the girlfriend. He was trying to reach this Drake for his own needs. Okay, I can only imagine where it's just like, I have been holding in this secret for so long, protecting so many people, but I'm about to set it off. I can't take it anymore. And so that's what we saw, was him just finally releasing. And still, when he released, it was probably only in that environment and more people did not know about what was going on. Not only that, but when it really came down to these people being prosecuted, so many people wrote letters to the judge trying to advocate for a lesser sentence or for him to not be prosecuted. Some of these people are well known. Okay, can you believe, are you surprised at the celebrities of people who were writing letters for this individual in his court case? Okay, that says a lot also. The predators, the abusers are always protected, but where's the protection for the victims? Where is it? There's not enough attention to people who went through these situations, and these are just the people who feel comfortable on camera talking about it. I can only imagine the people who have been so traumatized, hurt, the body is still like, whenever I hear that name, those situations, my body reacts to what I went through. Okay, we have to focus more on healing and helping these people. And the documentary was very informative, very insightful, but at the same time, is it another cash cow? Making money off the victims, off the trauma. Is it? Okay, what help are we going to give these individuals for what they are going through, what they have gone through, is my question. Now we're going to move on to what it's like to be a therapist working with someone who's gone through SA, and how it shows you how he even said, Drake himself said he's only talked about this in therapy. And working with someone who's gone through SA is very sensitive, because sometimes people, one, don't realize they've gone through it. Sometimes you come into therapy and you recognize for the first time, oh, yeah, that situation or experience that you are sharing with me, that is SA. And just the shock, the just processing of hearing those words, telling someone that, it's a delicate process, because you really have to first build a foundation of trust. Some of these people have been manipulated by people they love, work for, that you really have to settle in and pace yourself and meet the client where they are. Do not rush to, oh, I know what this was, so let me tell them. They might not be ready. You have to really monitor body reactions, emotions. It really takes a delicate process to really start processing someone's trauma in general, but the SA trauma is a different layer. And for me personally, I do a lot of EMDR work, helping people recover from SA trauma. And I'm hoping that, now that he's in a different place, still hoping he's in therapy, because knowing now what we know about this person, that they were charged, they basically got a slap on the wrist, and even once those charges were done, he was able to go on and move and work on another show, Zach and Cody. It's just like, what the F was going on? Who thought this was a good idea? Okay, that's traumatizing to know what happened to you, but then to know that your predator went back and was able to be in a setting where they can do it to other people. Was my word not enough? Did I not say enough? Did I not speak soon enough? All the layers. We got to talk about all those layers and a lot of processing. So I hope that people can learn, understand, and recognize that as much as this was enlightening, it was also re-traumatizing for people. It shows you a light on people who have gone through SA and had to stuff, hide the layers of guilt, the layers of shame, confusion, happiness, because it's like, okay, finally we're doing something, but then it wasn't enough. Was it enough? 16 months to cure or help a person overcome the pain, the hurt that they have gone through from this individual? Probably not. Okay. But, you know, breathe. Check in with your body. What are you feeling? What's being activated throughout this video and these conversations? Pause it for a second and think about, how would you handle this situation? Have you been through it? The layers that come with understanding what is SA, how I maybe have gone through it myself. This video was a little bit more serious than normally my other videos, okay? But let me know your thoughts. Like, subscribe. Make sure you check in with yourself after watching this, what you're feeling, what comes up with for you. Be present. Know that it's okay to just like take a step back. Inhale, hold it, and exhale. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.